you motivate and lead the team, especially during tougher fixtures like the upcoming one against Stockport?
I think as from the experiences that I've learned being captain now for a good few years, I actually had the captaincy at one of my previous clubs at a much younger age. For me, it's all about being natural and just being myself, really. I think that you can sometimes get caught up at having the captaincy. Don't get me wrong, there's certain times and certain moments that you are able to, because of the captaincy that you've got and the kind of authority that you have with that, to speak up a little bit. But in general, it's just about being myself and just being as natural as possible, so that it comes across to my fellow teammates and it doesn't look false and it doesn't look fake. So I think the biggest thing for me is just being myself, knowing when to maybe using my experience, being able to say something when I feel it's needed, when to maybe just keep my mouth shut when maybe people are expecting me to say something. And yeah, like I say, and as long as I'm leading in the right way and saying the right things, I believe that especially for it, like you said, just for such a big game in itself coming up against Stockport, it's going to be a really important week for us, knowing how big of a game it is on Saturday. So yeah, just being myself and not kind of trying too hard, really.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, hi Josh. My question is, at the beginning of your career, you moved to Scotland for 6 years and 3 different clubs. What was that experience like, moving away from home so young?
Yeah, looking back now, obviously, at the time I was just desperate to be playing football, really. So I didn't really care where I was going. It was just all about that drive and that determination to kind of make it in the game. But moving away, I absolutely loved it. I think certain characters might struggle. Certain like myself, a character that I feel that I've got really revelled in it. I was able to kind of fend for myself. It definitely made me grow up very quickly, and like I say, the main thing for me was about playing football and the opportunity that Scotland gave me and the clubs that that I managed to play for whilst I was north of the border. I look back on in really fond memories and absolutely loved every second of it. So yeah, it was probably speaking to you guys now, looking back, it was at the time 19 years old. Do you know what I mean? It could have been a big thing, but for me, it was really important in my life. And like I say, I really, really enjoyed every second of it.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Hiya, Josh. You've been with Harrogate for about 6 years now, I believe. I just you've came a long way since you've been there from the National League North. I want to know how far you think you can take the team. How far do you think you can go?
Yeah, no, it's been a brilliant journey. And I've loved. It's given me some of the best memories that I've got in football at the minute. But like I say, I mean, when we managed to achieve promotion into the Football League, the year that we did that, we was covered by BT Sports, and they made like a documentary out of it. And I think that was maybe some people looked as the pinnacle for Harrogate, but for me, the inner drive and the belief, and I knew that I still had a lot of years left within me to achieve even more, and kind of the drive, and it's just constantly looking forward and pushing the club as high as possible, and I really believe that with the right people coming into the club, with obviously the people that are also here still, we can achieve. There's no real limit. So for me, it's always been about kind of push on. Can we go into League One? And I was released as a young kid by Leeds United whilst they was in League One. So for me, as a whole kind of full circle, if you like, that's something really small. That at the time I was told that I wasn't good enough for that standard and that level. It's kind of been within me ever since, and ever since I got promoted to the Football League and into League Two, I think the drive is always, can I get back to League One where it all started, really. And I've got, like I say, and constantly trying to prove people wrong.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you.
Niall, open up your mic, camera, if you're able. Thank you.
Hi, Josh. Obviously, it's still early days for you and the team in the EFL Trophy, but after having success in the playoff final in 2020, do you think the EFL Trophy gives you another good opportunity for yourself and the club to get back to Wembley, perhaps?
Absolutely, yeah. We we had real good success at Wembley, and again, as like I said, I've just touched on about the memories that can give you, and not just the memories of playing at Wembley, but lifting a trophy is massive. It doesn't really happen. It's not a thing that happens to everybody in football, and I've been lucky to achieve some promotions and win some silverware myself, and two of the times when I did that, it was obviously at the National Stadium, which was incredible. So the Papa John's Trophy, the Johnson's Paint Trophy, is a huge one as an opportunity as a footballer, as a player, to go up against obviously some really tough sides and obviously League One opposition as well within that, but a huge opportunity to maybe make it to the final and allow you to win another bit of silverware, and that feeling is incredible, and it's something that this trophy allows you to maybe get your hands on. So that's what we'll be doing, and we're pushing as far as possible and see where it takes us.
Hi Josh, at the moment you're only 4 points off the playoffs. How confident are you that you can be in and around those spots come the end of the season?
Had was quite disappointing for us, because the squad that we've put together, we really believed as a group that we had a really strong pre-season, and we felt that we was really in good shape going into the start of the season and hoping to get off to a good start. Now that wasn't the case, and obviously confidence dipped and results didn't go our way. But I feel that in the last month or so, or the last few weeks at least, performances have absolutely turned around, and obviously winning 3 out of 4 in the league that we've just been on, if you like, in these last 4 games, has really allowed us to, pick up a lot of points, but also put yourself in a position where, if you do go in a run, especially in this league and the experience that we've got throughout the last few seasons that we've been in it, if you can consistently pick up points and also within that put yourself in a run of, 3, 4, 5 games in a winning streak. I think like Stockport, who we go up against at the weekend, I think they won the last 6 when a few weeks back they was, in 17th, 18th, and they really had a kind of a poor start, if you like, for them. They'd won 6 on the bounce, and now they're second in the league and absolutely flying high. So it's there for all to see, and I think that we've just got to keep pushing, keep performing, and doing the hard work, and hopefully coming off that, we will be able to pick up really positive results, and hopefully we can go on a run to push us into them playoff spots.
Having signed a 2-year contract in Jan 2023, could you share your personal goals for the season and whether you plan to retire at Harrogate or go elsewhere?
No, I'm absolutely really, really happy that obviously I was able to sign the contract when I was able to, and the age that I am now. I believe that, for me, I want to see out my career, if you like, at Harrogate. I've got no real ambitions of moving elsewhere, but I know what football's like, and there's nothing, even though I have signed a 2-year contract, things in football can change really quickly. So for me, it's about keeping my head down, keep doing everything like I've always done, and just trying to consistently, week after week, just constantly put in good performances for the manager, for the club, and hopefully, depending on how far that takes me and to whatever age I can hopefully play till, hopefully, like I say, I'll be seeing my career out at Harrogate Town.
Yes, hello Josh. So as you said before, it's a great feeling to be successful, but as you mentioned, the beginning of your season wasn't as great, and as a captain you have a lot of responsibility and probably pressure, especially during those moments. So I was just wondering, how do you deal with disappointment?
I feel that a lot of people just see footballers like you're expected to play, you're expected to just, not deal with things that are thrown at you. And obviously the biggest thing as a footballer to deal with is not playing, if you like, and dealing with that disappointment of knowing that, having the inner belief and a strong mentality to make sure that when called upon, or if the manager does make a decision not to play you, when he does put you back in, you're ready to go and you're in the right headspace to be able to churn out a performance that you're proud of, and that it's helped the team massively. So yeah, dealing with disappointment is a real one that day by day, week by week, you're constantly learning. No matter what age you are, you'd like to think with the experience that I've got and been in the game for as long as I have done, it'd be a little bit easier, but it can really be difficult. And like I say, I'm just really pleased at the moment. I'm in the side, I'm contributing, I'm helping my teammates, and at the moment we're in a good bit of form, if you like, and hopefully we can keep pushing. But like I say, take nothing for granted and constantly work hard day by day.
Josh, I'm just wondering what the environment in the dressing room has been like this season, because I heard you speaking pre-season about the importance of letting players be their own individuals. So as the sort of overarching ambassador of the squad, as you like, are you able to notice shifts and trends in players' motivations? Are you able to like see how their mindsets can change and how you can influence them?
Yeah, I do believe that obviously we've been in and out the team, and if the manager makes changes, like you say, the shifts of moods, if you like, just in general, can quite easily go from up to down quite quickly. But it's about we've spoken at the club of trying to be as consistent as possible and kind of sticking to that straight line, no matter when we draw, in the side, out the side, within the squad. It's so important, but it's that we're able to kind of know what's kind of like the levels that we're all expected to be at. And then, for instance, if somebody maybe drops below, that might be upon myself to maybe try and lift somebody straight back up as soon as possible, because as long as we're all in it together, and the huge thing about us and the reason why we've had so much success is the togetherness and the bond that we have within the changing room really does help massively within football, and it allows you to, when you do suffer difficult moments, to be able to look at your mate, look at your teammate, look at somebody to either side of you, to then kind of pick yourself up and go again, and knowing that you've always going to have somebody around you to be able to help you do that. So like I say, it's just all about that consistent level and trying as much as we can to stick to that. And like I say, not getting too high. You always mention about the lows, but it's always like, even if you've had a few wins, it's about staying at that level and trying to kind of not got too above the stations, bringing it back down sometimes, and kind of, like I say, constantly working hard to achieve what we want to achieve ultimately is promotion to League One.